This Friday, a two-day visit aimed at repairing relations that have been frayed for the past few years. Attention caused by the case of Florence Cassé, a French woman who was arrested and accused of kidnapping and held in a Mexican prison for 7 years. While Hollande's visit will also entail the signing of a number of contracts, which brings us neatly to today's focus. And we're taking off to Mexico, where manufacturing is really flying high, soaring in a large part thanks to a takeoff in its aviation industry. It's landed a host of international companies. Canada's Bombardier was the first overseas firm to land there, transferring its production from Ireland and Japan. But they've been followed by the French, and all reporters now bring us to a town just 200 kilometres north of the capital, to an arid landscape now covered with gigantic hangars.
With its 5,000 employees, Safran, the French equipment manufacturer, is the largest employer in the aeronautic industry in Mexico. We are in Querétaro in central Mexico, in an industrial area entirely devoted to this sector, including Bombardier and Airbus helicopters, formerly Eurocopter. For several kilometers, it's all about aircraft. Here, Safran provides maintenance for the engines of 8 airlines. Elsewhere, the company produces motors and wiring. In the past 10 years, they have invested nearly $1 billion in Mexico.
In Mexico, we can find very young and very dynamic people who've just graduated from university. They're also very innovative.
This university is just next door. The Franco-Mexican campus trains highly qualified technicians among the hangars of equipment manufacturers, all made to fit the requirements of the French companies who participated in developing the curriculum and trained the teachers.
In Mexico, it's brand new, the aeronautic, in specific, the manufacturing. Because several years ago, we tried to keep the maintenance in the airplanes, and we have many shops for this. Many people are looking for the students, specifically the engineers and the upper technicians.
Here, students benefit from the transfer of skills. They learn French and hope to study for a time in France, thanks to an academic exchange program.
I'm taking part in a scholarship to go and study in France. It would be great because France is a country with many years of experience in aviation. It would be great to bring something from there back to Mexico.
But France is lagging behind. It is only Mexico's 16th trade partner. While visiting Mexico last July 14th, Laurent Fabius announced the creation of the Franco-Mexican Strategic Council, a group of experts and business leaders responsible for improving these business relationships.
What we try to do in this council, with participation from both governments, is to create a French preference in Mexico and a Mexican preference in France. We want to improve this potential, which is still not working as well as it could. The figures are not satisfactory.
This visit's announcements are modest but positive. The delivery of a new set of helicopters for the Mexican Navy and the construction of a drone factory in the north of the country. After a 5-year cold period in the relationship, both countries are finally willing to sit down and talk business.
Time now for a sports roundup, teeing off with golf and the